Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. So today's video is going to be a short video on the segregation part 2. Now, we are all watching this insanity carry on with the vaccine. And if you don't take the vaccine, you can't do this, you can't do that. And if you take it, you get this and that freedoms. It's as if we're in the Twilight Zone and it just gotten like 10 times worse. Or 10 times worse than the Twilight Zone, sorry. So, I guess this week alone, there were enough stupidity things about the vaccine and what you can and can't do. So, for example, here in New York City, you can see the first playoff games of the Nets, the basketball team. So the first game you can watch. The second game, you have to be fully vaccinated before you can go and see the game. So now they're changing the fucking parameters in the game as they, no pun intended, as they go along with this. So you sat there and you got season tickets, but you're not vaccinated. So now you can see the first game, but if you're not vaccinated, you can't see the second game. So they're going to deny you entry if you are not vaccinated. Now, this is an idea they were throwing out there. The problem with ideas, guys, it's like I said before, I'll say it again, it's like cancer. Depends on the idea. And this is a cancerous idea. Splitting people up and telling people what they can and can't do because they're not vaccinated is illegal. So with that, it turns into a big problem because you got too many people who sit there and think, well, you know what, if I'm going to do this or they're going to let me do this, well, then I'm going to take the vaccine. Well, you know what, that's complete and utter bullshit. Because now, again, you are undoubtedly discriminating. So we've gone through this whole period of discrimination. We don't want to discriminate against certain people, certain races, certain class of people. But now we are definitely discriminating against people who don't take the vaccine. Because if they don't take the vaccine, guess what happens to them? They can't have fun. There was one concert manager, or I guess it was a concert manager, saying that he was going to give people who took the vaccine a discount on concert tickets. The pricing for those concert tickets for those who took the vaccine were $18 or $18.99. Those people who didn't take the vaccine had to pay $999 to see this concert. Now, you have to be a complete asshole if you paid the $999, but no one did. A lot of people took the $18 price offer. But you still have to be a fucking asshole if you took that price too, because you, whether you're vaccinated, guys, are part of the problem. If you're going to sit there and say, well, I want my freedoms, so I'm going to take the vaccine and fuck those other people, you are part of the problem. You are not part of the solution. If you're going to sit there and tell people, well, they shouldn't get the same freedoms and amenities that I have, that's bullshit. Because again, you are now creating a separate group of people, which is starting discrimination. Discrimination, guys, for the last, year now, we've been fighting this shit. We've been fighting people, well, the black community is discriminated. The Asian community is discriminated against. The Jews, everybody's being discriminated against. If everyone's being discriminated against, is it really discrimination? Right? The discrimination is when you cut out a certain part of a group and you leave them out of whatever it is. Sort of like what they're doing with the vaccine. They're cutting us out for those of us who don't take it and telling us we can't do X, Y, and Z. Now, there are still a lot of things you can do, whether you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. There's a ton of things you can do. But if you are solely hung up on the simple fact that you need to be vaccinated to have fun, something's wrong with you. Because guess what, guys? You know what you can do without being vaccinated? You can go camping. You can go camping, fishing, hiking. A lot of shit that you can do outdoors. You can still eat at restaurants and be unvaccinated. Now, I am selling a t-shirt called Unvaccinated and Proud. That's going to be on the link below. You search it out and it'll be probably like the 5th t-shirt up there. So guys, it's getting bad. They are and then the lottery thing. I told you about the lottery thing in my last video, the incentives video, right? This video here. I showed you that video and how people are looking to have incentives to get the vaccine, or rather the government, right, wants to give people incentives, to get the vaccine. and people are going along with it. And when you throw money in the mix, guys, whenever you throw money in the mix, that's an entirely different ballgame now. Now you're enticing people. You're bribing people with money. You're bribing people with seeing a playoff game. You're telling people they could sit in that section of Yankee Stadium or that section of Met Stadium, Shea Stadium, the old Shea Stadium, whatever the fuck it's called now. MetLife Stadium, right? So you're having all these people break up now. What's next? Back of the bus? Oh, you're going to have to wait for the next train. Next train is the unvaccinated train, guys. So you're going to be 5 minutes late. But if you want to be on time, you can get on this train by taking the vaccine. Then they're having pop-up vaccine sites all over the city now, everywhere. Like, no matter where you go, CVS, I think Target is doing it now. I think Walmart already started it. They're having these vaccine pop-up sites all over the place. If I'm not getting the vaccine now, I'm never going to fucking get it in 6 months from now. There's no... And the problem is, the more you start conforming ideas on how to get us to take it, drives those of us further away from taking it. Because as of this point right now, there's nothing they could possibly say that would have me take the vaccine. Nothing. Right? And that's, again, my fucking choice. It is entirely up to me. But that's because I don't want to take it. A lot of you guys don't want to take it. So that's where it should be, right there. Boom. They don't want to take it. You know what? Those who are vaccinated, they'll be okay. That's the ideology you should be going by. But not forcing us to sit there and say... But not forcing us and sitting there and saying, well, you know what? You didn't take the vaccine. You can't do X, Y, and Z. Because that has to be, not even has to be, it is illegal because it is discrimination. So you're discriminating against us for not taking the vaccine. You're discriminating against people for not taking the vaccine. This is what's going on. And then, like I said before, you have people that legitimately think because they took the vaccine, only they should be privy to certain privileges. It's only going to get worse, guys. It's only going to get worse. Now, whatever your ideology is on the vaccine, you know my ideology, the ideology on the vaccine, you know my thoughts and my opinion on it. That's neither here or there, because now we're entering a new phase. We're entering a new era of discrimination, because that's all it is. When you start coming up with reasons for people not to do something because they weren't vaccinated, that's discriminating against that small group of people. Now, we're not a small group. We're actually a large group of people that haven't been vaccinated or fully vaccinated, because even those who are not fully vaccinated are getting discriminated against. All right, guys, so this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on Instagram and Telegram. You could also follow the Angry Prepper on Instagram, Telegram, and Facebook. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching.